Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to tonight's cooking class. My name is Jorge Montes. We're here in Rojo Kitchen live. Welcome to tonight's homemade chef's cooking class. Now get your kids. Hopefully the day is done. Everybody's chilling at home or figuring out what to eat. So get your wife, get your friends, gather on the TV or your phone, and if you're joining us, share the watch party, and let's get ready to cook. So tonight we're doing a classic recipe from my country, Peru. Well, the country I was born, not my country. A classic dish. My mom taught me this recipe. It's called papas a la huancaina, which translates to potatoes with a Huancayo style sauce. Huancayo is a city in Peru. So in Peru, fun fact, potatoes come from the Andes, which is located in Peru and all of South America. So in Peru, we have a university of potatoes that we have over 4,000 varieties of potatoes. Today we're using Yukon Gold, which is a local potato, because some of these potatoes don't grow down here. So I already have these peeled. So we're going to begin with that. And then next we're going to make the sauce, which is the main thing. All right, so we have the Yukon Gold potatoes already peeled. I'm going to slice them into about a ½ inch thick pieces. So like so. Little chunks like that. And we're going to boil all these. And this is a nice appetizer. This is probably one of the top 5 Peruvian dishes that you'll see in any restaurant. And this is a dish that's really homey. Everybody at home has a version of theirs. There's a popular one that has animal crackers in it or saltines. And everybody's going to tell you mine is the best because their mother taught them or whatever, or grandma. So I'm going to tell you the same thing. Mine is the best. And hopefully you make this at home and you'll verify that. So we have a pot here with water, and I put a little bit of salt. And we're going to put these to boil. Be careful not to burn yourself. And these should boil for about 10 minutes, maybe 12 minutes. I'm going to check on them. Hopefully they're ready in time when the sauce is ready. But I'll try to stretch some time with you guys. And also I have a beer that my friend Harmeet has paired up with tonight's dish. But I'm going to tell you that in a little bit. So we're going to proceed now to the sauce. And for that, we're going to need some hard-boiled eggs. We're going to use the egg yolks. Some raw egg yolks. Some Peruvian olives. These are Alfonso olives. Some fresh lime. We're going to squeeze that, a whole egg, some canola oil, some evaporated milk, and some queso fresco from Peru. Now, if you guys have any questions, please send them out. We have Joe's and the ones and twos answering your messages and say hello. Seems pretty quiet out there, Joe. Who's out there?
We got Patty out there.
Hey, Patty.
Sandy Steele, Anna, Rosa Cardona, Anna Cardona.
Hi, Anna.
Chiqui Molina from Hollywood, Florida. Sandy Steele, Claudia from Tampa.
Hi to everybody jumping in. If you guys are missed the first few minutes, we're making papas a la huancaina, a Peruvian appetizer, almost one of the national dishes of Peru. So we're going to proceed with the sauce. We have potatoes boiling in the back, right? They're boiling. A little bit of salt. Let me put just a little bit more salt. All right, we got Julio looking at you guys. And we're going to begin the sauce. Pretty easy. So if you can't get queso fresco, you can substitute this with feta cheese.
First question, Chef.
We got a question.
From Frady Lazala.
All right.
So she said, so no crackers in this recipe?
So Frady, yes, no, there's no crackers. This is my house recipe. I'm actually sharing the house vaulted recipe with you guys. So my house Montes does not put crackers in their sauce. So, but if you do, I like it with the crackers too. It has a nice sweet. Some people saute onions, they saute garlic, they saute the peppers. This one's gonna be straight up cold, and you're gonna see how good it is.
Brenda Seltzer, Peru in the house.
Hey, Brenda. Oh, my Peruvian peeps are in the house. All right, good.
Lauren Alton, do you need people to taste test?
Yeah, maybe I'll drop some off. Evaporated milk, next in the mix here. Then we're gonna put some egg yolks. The egg yolks are gonna be your binder. All right. And we're gonna crack a whole egg in there as well. So this one has almost like a mayonnaise kind of aioli vibe to it. No garlic in this one though. You can put garlic, you can put onions. There's so many different recipes, variations of this. But the heart of the recipe is really, it's a creamy sauce. It has the queso fresco, which is going to give you the Andean taste from Huancayo. Some fresh lime juice I like to squeeze in there, brightness of the whole thing.
Chef, where could they find Peruvian olives?
Okay, so the question is, if where can you find Peruvian olives? I actually got these at Publix, so they do have them at Publix, or go to Whole Foods, and they're called Alfonso olives, or they have them in a jar that says Peruvian olives. All right, so the next main ingredient, and if you don't have this in your Huancaina sauce, then I don't know what house you're representing, but ají amarillo. This is from Peru as well. This is another ingredient that's hard to find. Uh, Publix doesn't have this. In Miami, it does in the frozen ethnic section. Or you can go to a Bravo or Winn-Dixie. They should have it in the frozen section. Or I get mine at Food Town here in Davie. So the ají amarillos, if you never had this before, the aroma is really, it's the allure of it. It's very sexy aroma. It is spicy, but not as spicy as, it's about, I can compare it to between a jalapeno and a serrano chili, closer to a serrano. So you want to remove the seeds and the pits, because that's really what's going to, all the heat comes from, is from the little pit in there. So you just want to scrape that off. And in Peru, we eat our food spicy. And this dish has to have a little bit of a kick. You don't want it too mild. It just tastes like cheese. So you don't want that. This is really what's going to give you the whole soul of the dish, the ají amarillo. And this is also a native ingredient from Peru. Peruvians come from the Inca civilization, and they worship the sun. So this is one of their most precious ingredients is the ají amarillo, because it resembles the color of the sun. So this is very awesome ingredient, and we use this in a lot of our dishes.
Chef, a couple questions here.
Yep.
Can you use bread to thicken the sauce?
Yep, that's another variation on the cracker. You can put a little bit of bread in it, but try my recipe tonight. You don't need the bread. You need none of that stuff.
And then for some of our folks that just joined us, what are we making?
All right, so some people are just joining us now. And to you, I tell you, welcome back to tonight's cooking class. My name is Jorge Montes, and welcome to Rojo Kitchen. We're making today papas a la huancaina, another classic dish from Peru. This is my family recipe, taught from my mom, and which I'm sure she learned from her mom, grandma, and all that stuff. So if you miss what's inside, we have queso fresco. We have evaporated milk. We have 3 egg yolks, a whole egg, some lime juice. And now I'm going to chop up the ají amarillo.
And Hamid is on for all of our pairing questions.
Yep. Guys, Harmeet's going to be in the message box. He's our house sommelier, and also the owner and director of Fine Spirits in Cooper City. So if you guys have any questions, I'm going to pop out the beer soon, Harm. But let me finish up here with the sauce. Get a nice pairing that's going to go with this. So the ají amarillo, be careful. This is spicy, so don't touch your eyes, don't touch your face. Don't go to the bathroom and touch something else. It hurts. Trust me, I've done it, and I'm sure some of you guys have done it. And if you have done it, please put a shout out, because we are human and we do funny human things. All right, so we have the pepper in there. Let me peek at my potatoes. I don't want these guys to overcook, because potatoes, once you cut them smaller, once you slice them and boil them, they're gonna cook faster than as if you're boiling a whole potato. So, all right, how exciting! Boiling potatoes. Back to the sauce. All right, so now we're gonna add in here the egg yolks of a cooked egg. So this is what's gonna also thicken up the sauce. The egg yolks, these are already cooked. So we're gonna throw this in there. Some people throw whole eggs. I'm gonna throw 1 whole egg in there, but don't tell my mom, she might be watching. She might say I'm not following her recipe. You know, writing a recipe from your parents is a little tough because they don't give you, especially a Latin parent, they don't give you really proportions. There's like a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So in my recipe research, it took a little while to write this down.
Chef, does the brand of queso fresco matter?
So the question is, does the brand of the queso fresco matters? The brand of everything matters. I mean, more so the brand, the quality. So you know they come hand in hand with the brand. But whatever tastes better for you, you know, you want that queso fresco that tastes, you know, it's country style white cheese. It has that musty uh, taste. So you want that. So I'm not you know, not everything that's expensive is good. Not everything that's cheap is good. It's what really tastes fresh and what really is true to the ingredient. All right. So next ingredient we're gonna add is a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. All right. And we're gonna put some canola oil. So we're gonna go to the blender here. See, this is a very easy recipe. I'm gonna put half of the oil in there, and we're gonna blend this up. All right. We won't let it go for about 30 seconds to 1 minute. So we're gonna insert some music right now, and we're gonna sing along. So I'm gonna give it a little check. We can add more of the oil in a bit. Just want to check the consistency. All right. So this is a little run here. I'm gonna check the taste. Mm, nice kick. Look at that beautiful yellow color. I'm gonna add the rest of these egg whites in there because that's a variation too. You can add that in there. I'm just gonna add the whole boiled egg in there, and we're gonna keep these for garnish. All right. And we're gonna put the remaining canola. Now we're gonna go for another 30 seconds. So give me some blender music, and here we go. All right. All right. We blended our sauce, and I got some beer, and our potatoes over here are almost ready to go. So we're going good. All right. So let's taste the sauce. Oh, that's the beer. So I added the extra egg yolks, egg whites, the remaining oil, and now we're gonna taste this. And this is one of my favorite dishes to eat. I'm gonna confess right now, fun fact. So top three in my dishes to eat. Easy, simple, luxurious, and this is from a mountain dish. Oh yeah, that's good. So it needs a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. So you get this astringent, kind of bitter, salty taste. The cheese kind of brings that. Then you get a lot of flavorful aromas from the pepper and that heat, the searing heat that kind of cuts into the dense or the creaminess of this sauce. And then the egg. The egg gives us some nice body. So this recipe with the egg yolks. If you have the crackers, that one's a little more sweeter. So you'll know you once you go to several Peruvian restaurants and you try different papas a la Huancaina, you start seeing sometimes people put a little turmeric. It makes it a little brighter. So there's a lot of different twists you can do. All right. So let's talk about some beer now. The potatoes are almost ready. So tonight we're gonna have a sweet quench ale from Dogfish Head. It's a session sour. So I got some notes, last minute notes. I want to read to you. And since I was talking about the sauce, that's that combination of spicy, salty, bitter, the starchiness with the potatoes and the hard boiled eggs. Normally this we'll pair it with a nice white wine. But today, my buddy Harm, I want to do something different. So we're gonna do a little beer. Uh, this pairs nice with with seafood and also with the salty, the spiciness of the potato. Uh, but this will be a nice, nice, easy drinking beer. It has a combination of Kolsch, a salty Gauss, and a tart Berliner Weiss. Hopefully, I said all that right in German. Uh, so let's pop this one open. I know this is a Stella Artois glass, but I just love this glass, and it's like my gauntlet over here, my goblet. So let's crack one open. And here, let me share it with the guys over here. You want to put it, give it a front look over there. Boom. That's selling for 11.49. A six pack, a fine spirit, just some that you saw us here today. And normally I would drink one of these from the can, but I like to see the bubbles. Let me taste it from the can while this rests. Nice. It's a sour, so and it's a easy drinking sour too. It's not this the off-putting sour. I haven't had a sour. Uh, Try them. A lot of them they make them very fruity. Sometimes they can be too fruity. Sometimes they could be too soury and funky. I'm more of the funky kind of tasting guys. But this is a nice, easy drinking one. Has lime peel, black limes, and a hint of sea salt. So refreshing, easy drinking. Boom. Sound like a commercial now. All right. So let me go check on my potatoes. They look ready. Probably one more minute.
Harm said that glass is better for serving this beer than having the can.
Yes, I agree. So Harm says yes. The glass, pour it in the glass. Most German style beers drink them from the glass. That's the way they drink it. Why would we change that? And it makes sense, it breathes and all that stuff. And Harm will tell you more of that. And sign up to our beer tasting. We have a beer and food pairing in a couple of weeks to Lauder Ale. So sign up. We still have tickets for that
September 25th.
on September 25th. And next Friday, next Thursday, we have a rum tasting. So we have 5 rums, 4 paired dishes, $60. You can't beat it. Uh, Giving you all the fun stuff that we have going on. And we have a sushi class next Friday. And I can't tell you anymore because you need to sign up to the next classes, all right? So I'm going to get my plate ready. And this is the classic Peruvian presentation. A couple of lettuce leaves. Not pretentious. It's all about the flavor. I mean, it's a clean presentation. I like to use Boston Bib. It's very delicate because then you can eat it. I always a guy eating the little lettuce from the platter. I like that with the sauce. And to me, this is all about the sauce. Sauce on top, on bottom. I put it everywhere. My favorite part of this whole dish, the sauce. So the greenish here is just to make a nice little canopy, little bed for these potatoes. All right. We're going to get all our garnishes going on. So I'm going to put a little bit of sauce here first. Let's make some room here. And you can play it any way you like. I'm just a saucy guy, so I'm going to put a little bit of sauce in the bottom. Because once you put the potatoes, they're already dressed in the bottom with the sauce. And really, it's all about the sauce. You don't want to eat just boiled potatoes. That would be uncivilized. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Let me fish out the potatoes. These look pretty good. And you can cool these down, the potatoes. I personally like to have them a little slightly warm. I like the combination of the warm potato with the cold sauce. Because normally the Huancaina, you want to put in the fridge for about 10 to 15 minutes, or I leave it for an hour or so. So it can really set and it gets a little thicker and the flavors concentrate.
Would you want to dress the potatoes with the sauce while they're warm so they absorb it, or should they wait till the potatoes are cold?
Well, traditionally, the potatoes, they let them cool down. This would be too hot for presentation. For myself, I'm just gonna put it because I like it, and It's today's show. But you want to let them cool down just slightly so it's not too hot. It's some wilt the lettuce, and it's really eating like a cold appetizer, room temperature. So, but I like to warm them up personally. This is my, I'm giving you my insight into how I like to eat my papas a la huancaína. So maybe you could tell me how you like to eat yours. This is how I eat mine. Slightly warm. Sometimes I would even microwave the potatoes for a minute in the microwave and then put the sauce on. All right. So we're gonna put that. Then we always garnish this with some hard-boiled egg. So we're just gonna cut a couple wedges in there. Put some right there. The egg is always good. This is really all part of the dish. Very basic, simple dish that you can definitely do this at home, and then you can tell people, "Hey, I am Peruvian now." Peruvian food is the best food in the world. There, I said it. My favorite, but I'm biased. So now you drizzle that delicious sauce right on top. Look at that. I should be playing this in slow motion for you. 'Cause this will make you sweat right here.
Question, Chef, from Brady again.
We got a question.
Have you ever tried using jicama instead of potatoes?
For a papas a la huancaína. So the question was if I ever tried jicama instead of potatoes. Yes, I've used jicama as potatoes, but never for papas a la huancaína. That wouldn't make sense to me. But then I'm being a purist. Peruvians would be like, what the heck? Potatoes are already vegan. And all right. And then the contrasting point, and also the contrasting flavor, are the olives. The olives kind of gives us an interesting contrast in color and in taste. And these are delicious. They're not as strong as the calamata, so they're not as pungent. They have a little meatier flesh. So this is it, guys. This is papas a la huancaína. Let me try one potato with some of the sauce here because I want to get the taste with the beer. So we get one right here. I wish I could share it with you guys because this is, you get the starchiness, the nice warm starch from the potato. And the potatoes a Yukon Gold potato, so it's starchier, has a little sweeter, gentle taste. Mm. This is on point. This is amazing. I think a lot of people up in Peru are like, "Dang, hell yeah, it's good." They'll agree. And this is a perfect pairing. Nice, refreshing, almost works like a palate cleanser. It cleans you up, gets you ready for the next bite. So let me give you a little close up. Any final questions? Any comments? This is my papas a la huancaína. Look at that. Dun, dun, dun. Papas a la huancaína. From the city of Huancayo, Peru. Viva Peru, carajo!
No more questions?
No more questions out there? We're good, Joe?
Yep.
Harm, any final comments on the beer? Anybody has questions about the beer? Sure, because I'm going to keep eating potatoes then. All right, guys. Well, if this is a goodbye.
One question.
We have a question.
A question from Fine Spirits. They want to know: would you prefer the wine or do you like the beer with the pairing?
Uh, you know, uh, the question is if I would prefer white wine or beer with this. I think I would definitely go with the beer. I think the cheese and the white wine would be a little combative, but maybe an Albarino, maybe a Sauv Blanc will be really nice with this. But no, I like the beer. The beer is really nice pairing. I think it's nice, easy drinking. It's a starter. This is a good starter, and then we can progress to ceviches and piscos, and depending on the
We're
night.
getting a request for this to be on the appetizer menu for takeout. So
We got a request.
yes.
Oh, for this to be on the takeout.
On the takeout.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, If you guys want this next week, we'll maybe put in the takeout. All right, send us your request. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna just say good night. Thank you for watching. See you next week, and keep on cooking.